How you doing, guys? Right. Okay then. Right. I'm gonna do a new DVD collection for you and review them for you. Well, some of them I have already reviewed in other videos. So if that's the case, when that's the case, I'm gonna leave a link to that review. Right, let's get all the things started. Okay, first one up is that I've got since the last DVD collection I did in 2008 is in alphabetical order. The Out of This World release of Black Past. Yeah, this is the first time this is available in with English subtitles or any English translation whatsoever. And also, this was Olaf Ittenbar's first movie. It concerns a younger teenager who witnesses the tragic death of his girlfriend in gory detail, and he then slowly but surely starts mutating into a monster, and he's also plagued by nightmares, really gruesome nightmares. Yeah, as I said before, this is Olaf Ittenbar's very first film, produced in 1989. Yeah, very, very impressive gore in it. The acting leaves a lot to be desired though, but it's a low budget movie and it's not bad for its budget. Right. Next one up, a recent giallo from Dario Argento. Well, I think it was made actually 8 years ago. So with me being 38 years old, it's recent as far as I'm concerned. This is Dario Argento's The Card Player from 2003. This is the UK release. It's from Arrow Video. The police are tracking down this serial killer, and the detectives are forced to play a game of cards to secure the release of the victim, and if they lose, the woman that's been held hostage gets killed, and they have to watch over the internet as they get killed. You get a choice on this DVD of English dub or Italian with English subtitles. When I went to see this initially at Dead by Dawn, this got laughed out of the film festival. Everyone was laughing all the way through it. Was quite disappointed, to be honest with you. I was expecting another Sleepless type film in the style of Sleepless, but we didn't get that at all. but not bad music. But it's not bad for its budget. No, I mean bad for as it's Dario Argento's recent film. I know this one's from 88 Films. It's a UK release. It's uncut. Was previously cut by the BBFC, but now in the UK, but now it's available uncut. It's Castle Freak. Yeah, this is not a bad film. It's about this family that moved to American family that moved to a castle in Italy that they inherit to get over the death of the couple are just getting over the death of their young son. The husband was an alcoholic. He was the father caused the death of the little boy by driving while drunk, and strange things start happening in the castle. People disappear, and it turns out that it's this freak that's been kept in one of the dungeons since he was about 5 years old, and he had his cut off at that age. Yeah, some nasty gore scenes. I found the characters to be a bit unlikable, especially the wife. I know that she was grief-stricken after about her son, but she was a little bit of a bitch in it. Although her husband had a lot to answer for. But as I said before, characters are unlikable. The blind daughter's a little bit annoying. But not bad. Next up, I initially saw this at Abattoir Film Festival. Colin, it's described as the first film to be told from the point of view of a zombie, of one of the zombies in the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, it's an excellent film. It is a low budget movie. It costed around about £45 to make, but that didn't stop it from being an excellent film. It's about a man who gets bit by a zombie and he turns into a zombie, and we follow him around. When he becomes a zombie, see things from his point of view. His sister and her friends and her boyfriend and his mother capture him and try and cure him, but they can't, and he ends up, and his sister ends up becoming a zombie as well. Yeah, very good film, but it is like iZombie. It's quite a sad film as well, but well made. Should revisit it very soon. I was one of the lucky ones to see it on the big screen in Aberystwyth at the Abattoir Film Festival. Yeah. Now, here's a film that's most effective being watched on your own in a darkened room. The Darkness. This is the US Region 1 uncut version of the film. It's done by the same people who did The Nameless. Yeah, it's about an American family that move to Spain and move into an old house that turns out to be haunted by the ghosts of dead children. And they stalk and watch this family, and they beat up the youngest son. Yeah, really creepy, eerie film. Has everything that makes a horror film scary. Creepy, ghostly children. Creepy music boxes. Yeah. Untrustworthy grandparents. Yeah. Really creepy film. Right. Now another film by the guy that did Garden of Lava, Prometheus, and A Burning Moon, and Black Past. Dark Divorce. This is the limited steelbook edition of the film. Oh, sugar. Yeah, I'll better say it again. It's Dark Divorce. Yeah, it's what you expect from Olaf Ittenbach. Lots of graphic. It's about this German woman who gets in America, who's recently divorced from her American husband, and she has 2 kids and 1 dog, and the kids get abducted, and she doesn't know why, and it turns out that her husband has stole a shitload of money from his employer, and the gang and his employer has a gang of thugs to know where the money's gone, and they end up torturing and beating her in a gruesome, nasty way. Really nasty, but you need to watch out if you're planning to get it, because I warn you now that there are cut versions knocking around of this film. Right, next up is is yet another installment to the Dead saga, The Diary of the Dead. It's done by George Romero, and this is the limited edition as well, as you can see. It's done in the style of Blair Witch, which means it's found footage. It's a found footage film about these people who are making a movie, and all of a sudden there's a zombie outbreak, and they continue filming their experiences. Quite an entertaining film. Yeah, a lot of some gore in it. Yeah, very good. Yeah, really good. Right, next up is a Lucio Fulci favourite. Don't Torture a Duckling. Yeah, done by Lucio Fulci. It's released by Shameless. It comes in these nice, lovely yellow boxes. I'm sure I don't need to tell you the story, but I will do anyway. It's about it's set up in a village where a bunch of kids keep on being bumped off one by one, and the police don't know who it is and can't capture the people and the person responsible. And a witch that gets suspected of the killings. She gets chain whipped to death in a very sad, and it's done. The most disturbing part of it is they play a sad song as she's getting whipped and is left to die slowly. Yeah, but this is one of Fulci's better done films. You get a trailer on it. You get a choice of Italian language and English subtitles on it. Yeah, really fun, really good film, really well made, well executed. It's well executed. Right, okay, next up is another one that I was lucky enough to see at the Abattoir Film Festival, The Dream House. Yeah. This is a Hong Kong film. It's about a woman who becomes obsessed with getting luxury apartments, a luxury apartment that overlooks the river in Hong Kong, but the price of getting an apartment is the price is just absolutely crazy, and she goes, and when she raises the money it costs, it goes up, and the price of it goes up yet again, and she flips out and starts killing a tenant who is throwing a party, and the tenant's guests in a most graphic form. This is a really extremely graphic film, really gruesome. Really, if you like gore, get it if you can. If you can withstand, if you can stand Cantonese language and English subtitles, because I don't think this has the option to the English subtitles. Right, now this one I've already done a review of it in another video, Head Trauma. Yeah, so you get the director's commentary, cast interviews, theatrical trailers, how some of the strange noises are, and a making of documentary, which is very interesting, which details the tools they use to make the scary noises in this. But I'm leaving you a link in the descriptions to the review I do of this. But all I can say is this DVD, it's not officially available anymore. It's pretty hard to find. I've not seen it on eBay. As you can see, I got it second hand. So it should be easy to find, and you should pick it up relatively cheap on Amazon Marketplace. Okay, this one of Dario Argento's classics, another Arrow video release, Inferno. Now this is one of those, another one of those slip boxes. And it comes with a superb poster, double-sided poster. Right, okay, it's more or less the sequel to Suspiria. Right, it is this time set up in New York. It's about a brother and a sister it's about a man who responds to his sister's letter and goes from Italy to New York to investigate strange goings on in her apartment block. When he arrives there, he finds that his sister has gone missing, has disappeared, but has actually been brutally murdered. Yeah, it doesn't. The storyline is not solid. It's not perfect. Storyline's mediocre, but which is a shame because it could have had it has the makings of a very scary film because it has such intense film scenes in it, especially the scenes where the cats attack the man. But it's just a shame that the storyline didn't hold together. But has some very nice gore sequences in it. Yeah, really nice. Yeah. Right, another one that I got. Another Arrow video release next. Island of Death. Right, this one it has a murderous British couple who arrive in Greece on the small Greek island of Nikamos. The man is a religious nut, and he goes around, and they go around killing people who believe are not pure. And yeah, it's pretty good, pretty enjoyable film. Except for one scene, I'm not going to go into detail. It has to be seen to be believed. Yeah, but the main actor in this, he went on to play a small role in the film, the 1983 adaptation of Stephen King's novel Cujo. Next up is Lamberto Bava's Macabre, released yet again by Arrow Video. What attracted me to this initially is this original artwork, and the fact that it was initially released by Go Video, that the guys of Cannibal Holocaust fame. It's about a woman getting over the death of her young son, and little did she knows that it was at the hands of her daughter that her young son died, who killed the poor kid by drowning him in the bath a few years earlier. And to top it all off, as they were rushing to the aid of her little boy, her bit on the side as crashes a car and ends up getting beheaded, and she Years later, after she's released from a mental hospital, she keeps her lover's beheaded, her lover's decapitated head in her refrigerator, and by night she masturbates with it. Pretty sick, and it is creepy, the scenes where she does it, because it plays music in it. The background music somehow belongs in a 70s porno movie. Right. Next up is another our video release, and if you want this, I think you're a bit too late now, because I believe this is out of print Martin, yet again in a slipcase. So it is pretty rare. It's a 2-disc edition. One disc has the original American print, and the other has music. Has one with a version with one in Italian language, and has Italian music in it, and the scenes have been put in different places in the Italian version. Yeah, it's about a young a teenager who moves in with his elderly cousin, who's a bit of a fruitcake, who believes that his cousin is a vampire, and he goes Nosferatu, and he threatens him to stay away from his niece. He saw he would kill him. Yeah, Tom Savini does the gruesome makeup in this. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that it's directed by George Romero. Right, next up is a little originally released by Intervision Gem, Midnight. Yeah, it's about this young teenage girl who does a runner from her pervert of a stepfather after he tries to rape her, and she befriends a couple of travellers. There becomes a little bit of a rift caused between the black traveller who takes a little bit of a disliking to her, because they believe if they're going to get in trouble or for abducting this minor, and one day they when they arrive at this town, the locals piss them off, and they then go to their supermarket and they steal their groceries, and after that, after they are pursued by the cops, they decide to stop for the night in this open country wilderness and camp out. And both the travellers get killed, and the assailants capture this girl and for human sacrifice is to Satan. Yeah, bit slow moving, to be honest with you. Yeah, but very good. But if you like some of Tom Savini's work, it's worth sticking around to see the gory effects he does. There's one really good beheading scene in it. Right. Next up is a Vigil nasty classic. This is the US DVD release of Nightmares in a Damaged Brain, which was which over here in the UK it initially got banned, and for its shocking depiction, and it concerns a younger serial killer called George Tatum. He gets mistakenly released because the doctors believe that he's cured of his schizophrenia, which is not the case. And he's supposed to attend some sessions with his psychiatrist, but he absconds from New York to Florida, and on his way there he gets plagued by nightmares about a violent childhood, which drives him to kill people in gruesome ways. Yeah, it's a 2-disc edition. Yeah, really disturbing, graphic film, very uncomfortable viewing. Right, to be honest with you, I was disappointed with this disc slightly, because it took years to be released, but sadly there's an interview with Romana Scavallini, the director, in Italian language only, audio commentary by makeup artist Cleve Hall and Bert Stafford. Yeah, this version has 3 prints of this film. I mean, I don't know what the use is of 3 prints to one movie, but anyhow, very good film, but poor release. As you can see, this is a limited edition, so if you want this movie, be quick about it, because there's only 100,000 prints of this. Right, now this next one, Paranormal Activity, another found footage movie. This needs no introductions. Yeah, I went to see this at the cinema. Yeah, it's a very scary, very creepy movie. Really creepy found footage movie. Really, really shit me up. It's the scariest movie I've seen in years. Yeah, it's about a couple who are terrorized by this demon, and they decide to record everything. And the creep factor to this is there's absolutely no end credits to this film. I'm at the end. And now this one, this one is similar to the last one, except it's seen through the eyes of CCTV footage. Yeah, this one's very slow moving, but it is worth sticking around for, I think. It has some very awesome jump scenes in it, but I have to warn you now, it's better, to be honest with you, to see this in the cinema rather than DVD, because they're not as effective. Me and my brother, we have divided opinions about it. Yeah, but what ruins this movie, what I was disappointed about, is that this one has end credits to this, which takes away the creep factor. Okay. Best cover up this Philosophy of a Knife. This is the limited edition, 2-disc edition. Yeah. I do a review of this in another video somewhere else on YouTube. So go check that out. But it is quite legendary hard to get the limited edition 2-disc version. Yeah, right. On to the next DVD now. This is Pieces for Grindhouse releasing disc, 2-disc edition. It's a Spanish film about a killer that killed his mother when he was a child, and now we're not sure who he's grown up to be on the college campus, but he goes around with a chainsaw hacking up people. Yeah, one of these so bad it's good films released by Grindhouse releasing, really, really trashy, but some nice gore sequences in it. Right, next up is Silent Night, Deadly Night by Vigil. About a teenage killer that who years ago witnessed when he was a little boy, the murder of his parents, the mother played by Linnea Quigley, and he then and while he's in the orphanage, he gets badly abused by the nuns in it, and he goes about killing people who he sees as naughty, and he wears a Santa Claus outfit. This caused a lot of controversy by parents when it was first released, because the killer was dressed up as Santa Claus. But quite a good film. It is uncut, by the way, but the uncut scenes are being sourced from a paw print, so that's the only downside of it. But quite a good film. Next up is another trashy 80s slasher movie. It is set up it is supposed to be in America, but it's actually British. It's Slaughter High, and as you can see, another video release. It's about these teenagers who are not played by teenagers, they are played by adults. One of them is Terry Woods from Emmerdale. They get the reason why they get killed is because they are responsible for a prank that years ago disfigured the school, which disfigured the school nerd. Really trashy. You can clearly see that it's not filmed in America, it is filmed in the UK. Colin Monroe, she plays one of the teenagers, but she's actually about 28. She's actually about in her 40s or something when playing I believe the person that played the killer, the nerd, he topped himself, I think, which is a shame because he did a good performance in it. Right, next up is one of Dario Argento's better movies of the 21st century, Sleepless, yet again done by Video. It has the star of The Exorcist, Max von Sydow, as a cop, as a retired cop that is after this serial killer who hasn't been caught, who teams up with son of one of the victims to catch the killer. Really nice music in it, really nice gore sequences in it. Yeah, very good. Really good acting. This was back to roots for Dario Argento, in my opinion. Right. Next up, another nice release from our video of Stendhal Syndrome, made in 1986, directed by Dario Argento again. This police officer gets raped by the serial killer she's trying to catch. Now she has this mental illness where she gets immersed in paintings, and the serial killer uses this against her. Yeah, the cop is played by Dario Argento, and the killer is played by the person that I believe is playing in Dracula, in Dario Argento's version of Dracula. Yeah, really good. It's a little bit overly long. It's a very long film. It's a bit too long. It goes on when it should have finished, when it should have left off. After the killer gets his comeuppance, it starts getting a little bit silly. Next up is a really fun film, Street Trash. It's about this drink that's discovered, and it causes anyone who drinks it to melt. The people who drink it are vagrants, and that's what happens to them. Yeah, nice disc. Very nice. There's some nice gore sequences in it. Yeah. I should, and it comes with usual suspects, including nice artwork and a nice poster. Right, okay. Next up is another our video release, Terror at the Opera. Right. I think I've already reviewed this in a previous. I showed this off in the Anchor Bay release. It's the Anchor Bay release I've still got, which is still sealed. Yeah, because it's a limited edition. But this one, it has two versions of the film. The US version, which is slightly cut of some scenes. None of the gore is cut, but some of the other talky scenes are cut, and also the only distinction is the US release. It has the Orionus I didn't have a beginning, and it also has the director's cut in this edition as well. So yeah. Now another Argento classic. Now this was actually a Dario Argento and a mixture of George Romero. Two Evil Eyes. This was based on two Edgar Allan Poe's films. It's another horror anthology. George Romero directs one story and Dario Argento directs another story. Yeah, but it's a really good film. Yeah, really gory. It has Harvey Keitel in it. It features Harvey Keitel in it, and Adriana. I can't read this. Never mind. But it is very good. This film is really good. I should revisit it again. Right then, right. I think this wraps it up for my DVD collection. Right, if you want to see more of my DVD collection, I've done this as a reply to a previous collection I did while I was still living home with my mum. So, if interested, by all means check it out. Right, and as always, I'll see you soon in another video.